Greetings, crypto holders. I come to you in this environment of fear as a crypto bull. And really, we're in a fear environment. It is telling. Call it what you want. This is a Bitcoin chart on the weekly. Call it manipulation. Call it the beginning of a bear market. Doesn't matter. There are things happening within crypto that have never happened before. There are things happening on the charts that have never happened before. And I genuinely think this, as I have created so much content over the last 7 years on YouTube as it relates to crypto, there's no more important time than to focus, to think, to truly anticipate what is happening here and what is about to happen than right now. I genuinely think that. I'm not trying to sound dramatic. I'm not trying to romanticize the situation here. I think we're on the precipice of something very big. Hit the subscribe and like on the way in. In this video, we're going to talk about Bitcoin. We're going to talk about Ethereum charts, ADA charts. But I actually briefly want to go over, it's nothing crazy, but I briefly want to go over some crypto news. Obviously, just to start the video, this is where we are, right? And historically, when we get into these fear environments, this isn't an opinion. It is very important to start paying attention. Same with greed. Very important when we get into extreme greed to pay attention. I wanted to go over some things because whether you really like it or not, these things are very important to me. IRS to fire 6,000 employees tomorrow. There is something ridiculously insane. And I say it's insane because a year ago, we would have never thought that this is the America that we're living in. And on the zoomed out, and if you're in America, maybe you're on board with what I'm saying. Even if you're outside of America, I hope you can kind of grasp what I'm saying. On the macro, what is happening here is so big, and it's at the confluence of so many different things. And these are very bullish things. These are good things for America. This is one. IRS to fire 6,000 employees tomorrow. Check this out. This is from today. Not very long ago at all.
Points, and Bitcoin has set multiple all-time record highs because everyone knows that I'm committed to making America the crypto capital. We want to stay at the forefront of everything, and one of them is crypto, and Miami seems to be the center of the action, come to think of it. And maybe
So I know when he was campaigning, Trump was talking a lot about crypto. And a lot of people were just like, he's just talking about it. He has no intention. And here's what's cool. We didn't get those immediate executive orders. We didn't get the immediate Bitcoin US reserve that we were like, man, this would be awesome. I think, and just follow me here, in this high fear environment, maybe manipulated environment, whatever environment we're in, I think it is absolutely the best thing that we've not gotten that immediate, just crazy good news with like a Bitcoin US reserve, a crypto basket, like all of these crazy announcements we want to see. I think the fact that it's not happening right now is kind of like a spring just coiling up for crypto in the long term. I think is a very good thing, but I genuinely think it is the intention and plan of Donald Trump and the administration with all of the pro crypto people, the crypto czar, everything that's happening right now. It is the intention to make America the crypto capital of the world. Fed minutes show discussion on pausing quantitative tightening and keeping rate cuts possible in 2025. I know a lot of comments are like, Dan, crypto's not going to move. And there's absolutely, it's a very good point. You know, we want to see crypto move and pump like in previous cycles. We want that quantitative easing. I genuinely think that part of the cycle is approaching. When it happens, I do not know. But again, this is confluent and playing into all of the other things that we have going on. President Trump says his administration is discussing giving 20% of all Doge savings back to American taxpayers. I know this isn't like crypto headline news, but look at this.
Even under consideration a new concept where we give 20% of the Doge savings to American citizens and 20% goes to paying down debt, because the numbers are incredible, Elon. So many billions of...
This is crazy. This is a stimulus, is what this would be. But And just think about that, what that could mean for markets. But what I'm trying to illustrate here is, as somebody that lives in America, I genuinely think America is getting ready to see an economic boom. People think it's going to happen just like that. I mean, Trump just started weeks ago in reality, like a month ago. But all of these things that are happening, weeding out the fraud that has been within our government, and things like this headline that you see here. America is going to have an economic boom. Crypto is going to have just a brand new era of innovation within the United States, and it will spark a global race, not only just for Bitcoin, but for crypto in general. And so this is where we are. It has not even begun. We're in this environment where, again, we're in this high fear. Things are looking crazy. Oh, it's a bear market. But if you can zoom out on these charts, something incredibly special, I think, is happening that none of us have seen before. And that's what I'm just saying. And I don't mean to hype it up. I'm not trying to romanticize this. I really think we need to lock in now and build. I think right now is a great time if you're an entrepreneur to build something in the crypto space. We're still early. There have been people that have built companies, platforms, and it's not late. We're at the very beginning of something very big. And I just want to say that. So that's what's going on. And then we have this. Let's pivot to the charts. Let's talk about it. Samson, the OG, Bitcoin, he warns Bitcoin's movement looks manufactured and possibly suppressed. I agree, as it trades in an unnaturally tight range despite heavy institutional buying. So let's dig into the charts and talk about this. And before I do, I just want to give a quick shout out to crypto.com, the sponsor of today's video. Everybody, download the app on your iPhone, first off. But they have over 100 million users. They are growing from just a global perspective like no other exchange. They're just dominating. Zero fee USD deposits via ACH Wire, Apple, Google Pay. Incredibly easy if you just go download the app. They have a ton of features within the app. And then they have this. Enjoy up to 5% on all spending with your... I have it right here. I carry it around with me. It's a very cool metal card. No annual fees. Add funds via fiat or converting crypto. And you can click here. Click the link obviously below in this video. Sign up with crypto.com. You can get $50 with the link below if you start trading in the app. But you can just pick your card if you want a card. And it's just a really awesome app. And crypto.com is an awesome company in this space and a great sponsor. So I appreciate them for sponsoring the video. Make sure you click the link below and sign up with them. Kevin Svensson. So he's got his RSI. Just love this post because I know I was tracking it when he did this back in September. I just know I was. I didn't go back to look, but I'm quite sure I did a video when he posted something similar with a potential breakout happening back in September. And now he's doing one once again. I want to dig into that chart, and then we're going to look at Ethereum and ADA charts because those charts are just, I think, the best at giving us a roadmap on how to pace ourselves right now. I consider the weekly RSI downtrend resistance breakout to be one of the most important, reliable long-term bullish signals. I just agree. And he has done a phenomenal job in illustrating this throughout his content and posting this. Because if you just very simply look back, it has been reliable. I know history doesn't repeat itself all the time, and maybe right now is not the time for the breakout, but it's certainly the time to start paying attention. Right now, we are testing the weekly RSI resistance, and there's his chart. And if we go to the Bitcoin chart, we have all of our other things we're talking about, right? We have Bitcoin has got overextended from the 20-week moving average, the green line, pulling back into the 20-week. Such an awesome move. Happened back here, pulling back into the 20-week, right? Before going higher. We have our trend line down here, which is a neckline of a massive inverse head and shoulders. Just been talking about it nonstop. Maybe a throwback happens. $80,000 we are anticipating, and we're in this sideways channel. There's a lot going on. But one thing happening during this story is these RSI breakouts. And that's the question right now. Is now the time for the breakout? Just look at that. Are we going to get rejected? This is a big week for Bitcoin, actually, as Bitcoin tests this lower high trend line, right? Swing high over what? Lower high, new lower high. So are we going to be in an environment where it's like rejected, boom, we're going down? Or are we going to get a nice little breakout above this trend line? Kevin illustrating it very nicely what to watch for. This is what it looked like back here in 2024. And we know what that move led to, right? It led to a very nice just breakout to the upside. If we go back to his chart, what was it? 100% gains. So this is a very just good chart to look for, especially if you don't want to pay too much attention to the short-term movement of Bitcoin. Samson talking about the manipulation potentially happening here. And I agree. There's so much demand, but I think there's so much wanted accumulation, not only with Bitcoin, but with altcoins right now. And this is why we're having like this delayed move. People are getting frustrated. I'm sitting here and I'm long-term in this space and I'm very bullish, everybody. I'm not trying to pump anything up, but I'm just trying to relay to you my reasons for being bullish. And they're very long-term, but fundamentally so based on what is happening right now, even here, especially here in America. I want to go over to Ethereum. Here's Ethereum. Again, kind of like a roadmap to kind of set us up for really just pacing ourselves. I have to be patient. And this chart is just a very nice illustration of it. This fractal that I have here is just a very simple reminder of the fractal back here. I don't want to keep repeating myself so much, but the one thing that's happening on Ethereum is the 20-day moving average test, right? This is an area we want to see Ethereum get back above. We saw a wick the other day. There was rejection, but what's so interesting about this is the 20-day, this green line, and this is crucial for the momentum change to the upside, right? Is to break that area and then the 200 and the 50 all the way up here around 3,000. But what's so crucial is we're at the 20-day right now, testing it, and this trend line is like right below where Ethereum is. So this week is important because we have Bitcoin 4 days left of the weekly candle. We just looked at, are we going to get a break through this trend line on Bitcoin, get a move to the upside? If so, maybe Ethereum escapes this kind of squeezing that's happening between the 20 and this lower trend line. But what I get drawn back to reality is just to say, we might just be choppy. We might go down again and just see more fear increase in crypto markets, altcoin markets, everything. And we might have a scenario where we're here, right? We capitulated and then we retested the entire capitulation. Maybe we retest the entire capitulation. So long story short, what happens literally where Ethereum price is right now is a rejection. 23 hours left of the current Ethereum candle. And we're looking at around 2,700, like literally right where Ethereum is right now, this daily candle. We want to see it close above the 20-day. That's very simply what I'm trying to say right now. If not, the test lies down here just not even $100 from where Ethereum is right now. So we're squeezed right now for Ethereum in terms of, are we going to get kind of a breakout finally? Start trying to shift this momentum, or is it going to be rejected? ADA. ADA is kind of cool because if you notice, when we had the consolidation back here, crazy consolidation, even that August 2024 capitulation, we had a retest of Fibonacci right there. You can see like we capitulated, all right, we're bouncing out of it to 40 cents or so, and then boom, right back down to 30, but it was a higher low Fibonacci. We're in a very similar environment. Capitulation, we're bouncing out, that's nice. Maybe we throw back to the 50s, a higher low Fibonacci, similar to back there. What's cool is back then we had kind of this descending triangle that ADA eventually broke out of. And now we also have a pattern this time around, and that is the kind of like just a falling channel. So Fibonacci is down here hanging out at the lower end, the lower trend line area below, and this is important, the 200-day moving average. So ultimately, we wouldn't even want to see ADA close any daily candles in the Fibonacci. We'd want to see maybe, if it's going to fall lower, kind of like approaching the 200-day moving average around 64 to 65 cents, and maybe a daily wick into the Fibonacci, and then bouncing out of that area if it's going to happen, and then kind of trying to bounce out of that, or maybe, sideways over in that area before trending higher. We want to see support at the 200-day moving average. We want to see continued daily closes at the 200-day moving average. Bear market lows, you can see we're below the 200. If we're about to enter Cardano's bull market, we want to see ADA, we really do want to see ADA stay above the 200-day moving average at this point, right? That's what bull markets are made of, at the very least. Bull markets are made of above the 50 and the 20, let alone the 200. We need to see ADA it can test it. And you can see before the last ADA bull market, it tested the 200, but it saw support there. That's what we'd want to see on ADA. That could be, I would say, and I will say this, it could be very confusing and a concern if ADA starts closing strong daily candles below 64, 65 cents. And I'm just going to say that. And if it happens, it happens. I'll track it. If we fall into, this environment where it's happening, I will track it. But right now, support above that area is very normal and it could happen. So either way, though, we have this structure. What happens? Can we get, like Ethereum, a close above the 20, right around where ADA is right now? And then the 50-day, 91 cents. And this upper trend line is right around here, 95 cents. If ADA starts making that move, be on the lookout, everybody. It's a 23% move to the upside. I don't know if it's time for that. Considering how markets have been testing us and putting us through pain and sideways pain, it's probably not going to happen. And I'm specifically saying that because usually when I say something like that, like a forecast, the opposite happens. So don't tell them. Don't tell them that's what I just did. But it's probably not going to happen, this breakout, right? But that's what we're looking for. Upper trend line test, lower trend line test, but namely the 200-day moving average. Check that area around 65 cents. So appreciate you, everybody. Hit the subscribe if you're out there. Hit the notifications. I'm going to continue tracking these markets. I don't care if we're up or down. The crypto news, the crypto charts. So please turn notifications on. And if you enjoyed this video, smash the like button. Sign up with Crypto.com if you're not already. Thanks to them for sponsoring the video. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.